And good evening, New Mexico. Compared to yesterday, a more quiet night across our state. But we don't want to talk about tonight or necessarily even tomorrow right now. We want to talk about the hot temps that are going to be heading our way. The 90s will be back in the metro. Eddie's going to go over a lot more of this. But look, 92 on Monday. We don't even want to talk about Roswell at this point. 100 degrees expected on Friday, which means air conditioning is an absolute must.
Yes.
Eddie, this is just, whew.
Yeah, no,
right
I mean,
into it.
It really is kind of the roller coaster. You know, right at this very moment, we're talking about thunderstorms and cool air.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Those hot temperatures are on the way. Want to show you what's amounting to kind of an active night out there. We're getting some pretty good thunderstorm activity now moving into the South Metro. Otherwise, the wind of the Sunport is around 22 miles per hour sustained speeds because of this storm, which is pretty much just taking I-25 north and kind of veering off into southeastern parts of the city toward Carnuel. Now, as these storms continue to migrate their way toward the metro, they're going to start to lose intensity. We're going to be seeing some rain, that's for sure, but not any sort of extreme rain like we have been seeing in other locations. Right now, we have a pretty good storm going in areas south of Laguna, and you can see even further south out toward western Socorro County and a little bit toward areas like Carrizozo. We're going to continue to see these storms sort of moving toward the northeast, and we can see that happening even in areas near Wagon Mound right now. So an active night, yeah, it's going to be happening, and it's going to be a very productive day in terms of rain for tomorrow. Going to be talking about the flood risk and those hot temperatures that Tessa just talked about at the beginning of the newscast.
Eddie, thanks so much. Yeah, you just heard those temps going to be going up all week. For many of us, that means cranking up the AC. But some New Mexicans just don't have that option.
We've been out of AC. This will be going on my 4th week without AC.
Many of you have been an eyewitness reaching out to let us know about problems with keeping cool in your rentals. Monica Logroño looked into some of those complaints tonight. So Monica, the city of Albuquerque, just passed this new ordinance to try and get ahead of these problems, requiring rental properties to provide cooling systems.
Yes, and that actually went into effect in March. And with it, the city promised a dedicated employee to be dealing with all renter-based complaints. But that person actually won't be hired until the next fiscal year, which begins next month.
So until the person gets hired, a lot of people wondering who's going to be helping these renters. Well,
reps with the city's planning department tell me code enforcement crews will be answering 311 submissions like they usually do. But for those tenants who are out of AC right now for weeks, they're just stuck in limbo.
This will be going on my 4th week without AC.
An entire month in New Mexico heat without air conditioning.
It's only going to get hotter, in June and then July and August.
This tenant lives at the June Apartments off Tramway. She wants to remain anonymous because she's worried about possible repercussions.
There's no date still of when this is going to be fixed. This last time it was 90 degrees. It got up to 83 in my apartment, and it was very hot.
She says she specifically chose the June Apartments because they had AC.
It's very hot in New Mexico, and I have a very thick-haired dog, and that was one of my high priorities on getting an apartment that had AC.
But temperatures got so hot she had to move her dog to her mom's house for now.
My dog was panting and I could just tell he was uncomfortable. I felt so bad and was crying because I couldn't do anything to try to cool him down.
She contacted Complex Management when the AC first broke. They gave her a portable AC unit and explained why she and 30 other units are in this mess.
People have been stealing the copper off of the AC units in the middle of night.
But she says there's no answer as to when there will be a solution.
Just kind of hopeless. I don't know when I'll get my dog back because of this issue, so that does make me sad. I'm just trying to stay positive. I feel like I've done all that I can. I'm just hoping and praying that it gets fixed at this point.
Now, that renter did file a complaint with 311 like you're supposed to do, and I was actually able to get some answers for her, Tessa. So a code enforcement crew will be out at her apartment complex doing an inspection tomorrow. So I'd love to hear that.
More than they had today or yesterday. So nice work. Monica, thanks so much.